You see what I did there in the title? You can suck me off now if you want. I lied, the game isn't that good. Or is it? Remember the 2008 classic Super Jackson Bros? Sadly, that game died after the housing market crashed. So the developers of the game decided to make a good game, The Finals. But first, we need a history lesson. Everyone remembers Hyperscape, you know, the 10-time Game of the Year winner, saved my baby from a house fire, got me my Hellcat that I drive today. What I'm trying to say is that Hyperscape is the greatest game ever created, right next to Black Simulator. So good, in fact, the servers got shut down one day after it released. Now, I'm not gonna jinx it, but The Finals is actually a good game, unlike Hyperscape. So instead of pumping 2,000 fucking bullets into one guy just to take him down to maybe half health, it only takes a usual 100 bullets. That's 1 point for The Finals. So you got 3 classes, except there's only one good one, and that's the Heavy. Now, I don't know what cocks the devs were smoking, but they figured out a way to give the guy with 4 billion health also the most powerful gun, but he also gets a ground slam, and then he also gets a flamethrower, then he also gets a sledgehammer, and then he also gets a fucking RPG. Watch this shit. Drop it all! But not just that, the Heavy also has a goo gun, which shoots this weird white substance that can actually protect you. He also gets this fake-ass Reinhardt shield, which really just grinds my gears because I can't do anything besides stare at it. But then he also gets an LMG, and then he also gets a shotgun, then he also gets a grenade launcher, then he also gets the Kamehameha Blast. That's another point for The Finals. Looking a little rough here for Hyperscape. But Knight, is there any non-obese characters? Alright, so if you really want to lose at the game, you can play a non-tank. Got the medium, and he's got the shotgun, right? Except the shotgun does the same damage as a fucking sneeze. You know who has a shotgun that does damage? That's right, the Heavy. Okay, Knight, but what about that revolver? Guess what, fucker? This shit is actually decent. I actually like this. But again, I don't think this would beat the RPG. The AKM is if you want to be a basic bitch, but this is probably the best all-around gun, unless Heavy's in the equation here. The medium also has a useful item called the defib, which you can revive someone in an instant at the cost of them spawning in with 2 health, which this has worked maybe twice because every time I get defibbed, I instantly get fucking killed 2 seconds later! The medium has a healing beam that no one uses, a guardian turret that everyone hates because it's so broken, and then the recon sense that no one knows exists. But wait. He has a jump pad. Another point for The Finals here, I think. Time for the Light, which is my personal favorite, just from the fact I like being faster than Big Gunna after his post-afternoon snack. What the fuck? This is the Shorty, and it's going to be the first thing that devs are going to nerf the moment they release those patch notes. It one-shots lights, it one-shots mediums in the head, and it 3-shots heavies. Saying it's good is a fucking understatement and a half. And then you got the Ninja Stars, which I really don't fuck with, but that's because I can't track for shit. Light's got 3 abilities. The cloaking device, which is the only valid option, so you can shoot someone and then run away like a little bitch when you miss your second shot. The grappling hook, which is decent for traversal, but then you realize you could have been playing Heavy, so who's really losing here? Evasive dash, don't use this. Just don't. Unless you're fucking Kirito from SAO when you're using the sword, there's no point in using evasive dash. Actually, maybe if you use a stun gun with the dash, then maybe it can work. The Finals is the best FPS I've played in a while, and it's for the big reason I haven't even talked about yet, and that's the ability to destroy anything in this game. You can destroy the ground, the walls, the stairs, entire buildings can collapse, and it feels like you're in an intense COD mission. This feature alone makes every match feel different and changes how people play mid-match. Did I also mention that I'm kind of a god at this game?
You're not a god, you're fucking garbage.
You fucking suck.
So yeah, you should probably play The Finals because it has the Knight from Hammerfell seal of approval, so that's when you know the game is good.